We're fake. We're not who you think we are, and we do everything for views.
Welcome back to episode 5 of your Cup of Tea podcast. I am yo boy Josh.
And I'm Katie. And today we are going to be talking about the most hate comments we get and like
hate
reacting
comments,
to them.
the disrespect, the
tea.
disgrace, the tea, all of the above.
Y'all some haters.
But first, we do want to say we absolutely love you guys.
Yeah.
Everybody on the podcast, all the viewers on the podcast and listeners are the opposite of what we're talking about today.
I don't think I've read one hate comment on your Cup of Tea podcast.
And I can
YouTube channel.
confidently say after getting that email the other day that we are the #1 couple podcast in entertainment. We talked about it on the last podcast. And if you guys haven't watched that one, it is about how to find the one and be happy being single, which KDB is about to be.
And I honestly think, wait, what?
Hold on, pause.
I honestly think we like killed that podcast because like
it was so fun.
Not like to hype us up. I'm just saying I think we said some things that
Hype yourself up.
That are so important and that can really help you guys. So I'm really proud of that podcast.
That was the #1 requested podcast from you guys. So that one was for you guys. So make sure you guys go listen to it. Leave it a review. Subscribe if you haven't already.
Also, the reviews
over, baby.
The reviews on Spotify and Apple are like shooting through the roof. If you guys are new, please make sure to give it a 5-star. It really helps it out and it really pushes our podcast up on like YouTube or not YouTube, Apple and Spotify. Yeah. So we really appreciate that.
Okay, but diving into social media, if you guys don't know us or you're new to the podcast, we've been doing social media for 3 years, 3 million subscribers, 4 years. Oh my gosh, 3 million subscribers on YouTube, 1 million on a different channel, and 250,000 on another channel.
I've actually been doing YouTube for 10 years.
Yeah, 4.4 million on TikTok. There are plenty of opportunities is what I'm trying to get at. I'm not trying to gas myself up. Plenty of opportunities for hate.
Here's the thing.
And we embrace it.
If you put yourself out there, you're going to get hate. But if you don't get hate, then that means you're, honestly, in my opinion, doing something wrong.
If you're doing something right, someone is going to hate. That's how it goes.
Always.
That is the conversation today. So clearly, we're not doing a lot right because, to be honest, we get a ton of positive comments.
Oh, I thought you were going to say we get a lot of hate.
No, but that means we're doing something wrong. You just said.
I know. No, we literally, like, guys, I had to go on YouTube and search, like, filtered words to try and figure out, like, the hate comments because I couldn't find any.
And most of them start with, hey, no hate, but I'd prefer like this style of editing better.
Yeah,
or like
that's
just
not hate.
Like they're literally like, oh yeah, no hate,
like
but
helpful comments almost.
Yeah, almost like just trying to be a part of the family, which you guys all are.
But first thing first, I will say normally when someone says no hate, but it's always hate or no offense, but it's like, okay, wait, just stop there. Just stop there.
Yeah,
it's gonna be hate.
How about you just keep your comment to yourself?
Oh yeah. Or the best is, okay, I have gotten a lot of like DMs where they're like really like weird hate comments and they'll always like I'll respond like really nice or something and they'll just be like, you're so ugly or something like kind of like random but mean, and I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry you feel that way, like I hope you have a blessed day or something, and I like kill them with kindness, and then they're always like, my friend took my phone.
They pull literally the oldest middle school page out of the book.
My friend took my phone.
Hey, I think you're really cute, like we should hang out. She doesn't respond.
My friend took my phone. It was a joke.
My friend took my phone. Sorry.
Like everyone knows.
My friend made me say it.
Everyone knows your friend didn't take your phone. Like don't even say that. Like if you're one that comments that, just don't even.
Sometimes back in the day, that actually did happen.
Okay, but that was
your
like
friend never took your phone and like, cause you're like, oh, I think this guy's cute. Like, but she's like, text him. And you're like, no, I'm not gonna do it. She takes your phone and does it. Like that actually did happen though.
But I don't think it happens like when people are saying, when they're leaving like a hate comment. Like a friend wouldn't like.
No. Not for hate comments, which brings me.
Just go to the first one. Get into it.
Ooh, let's
do it. The evil, the hate, the mean, the nasty.
The nasty.
Nasty.
As we be cringy.
First of all,
you guys are so cringy. How could anyone watch this? Well, you're not watching this. Good thing you're listening. So we could be as cringy as we want to be.
You know what? I agree. Honestly, like
we are cringy as hell.
But you know what? I feel like if you find the one, or if you are in love with someone, you're gonna be cringy because you don't care. Like you genuinely just don't care.
Someone asked me the other day that doesn't like know me very well, but they're like, we were talking about social media, YouTube, and she was like, do you think you're the same in person as you are on YouTube? Like almost like the way it was asked almost seemed like she disagreed. Like she didn't think I was, but I barely know this girl. And I was like,
where was this girl at?
It was at skydiving. And I was like, absolutely. But then I thought to myself and I was like, honestly, I could see how you wouldn't see that because I'm like, I'm filming YouTube videos with my wife. Like, The
Yeah.
person I am so comfortable with, like I could literally do anything
Why does she
and
think
not
you're
be
like,
embarrassed or any. No, no, no. I'm just saying, like, it in my head, I was like, oh, I wonder if she thinks I'm not. Like, I hope she
what
doesn't
did she
think
say
that.
though?
No, she's like, oh, cool. Like, she didn't like argue it or
Oh,
anything.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I was like, wait, did she ask that because she thinks no? But I think she was just honestly asking the question. But in my head, I'm like, that would make sense though, because like you're the most,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
so comfortable with you. Like all my good friends that I grew up with, my family, like
Yeah.
I can fully be myself. And that's why, like, if someone's watching the videos, it's like, oh, you're so cringy. How can anyone watch this? Like, I know guys at home with their wives or girlfriends or fiancés are just as cringy.
They're like the big little
Just
babies that need
as
their back
cringy.
scratched and their head rubbed.
Yup.
And like every man
wanna be
is a
tough.
little baby,
They
but
wanna
they
be tough
act
on the
so
outside,
tough. Like
baby.
that's just the tea. Like
I'm a
it
lover,
is.
not a fighter, you know?
Yeah. And it's funny because a lot of single guys have actually come up to us and be like, man, I came in front. Y'all are cute as shit.
Y'all cute as shit.
Like that's what like guys always say to us, that they're like, I want that one day. Or like they say things and it's like, guys have a soft side, but they don't like to show it as much.
Totally.
And I feel like it's really cool because Josh is such like a manly guy, but you're also like vulnerable and like you don't care to share that like you are loving
Right.
and you are goofy and silly and like you have fun and like
I am
you just
so
don't have
weird.
an ego. Like even okay, so Josh is fighting right now, or he's going to be. Can I say that?
Yeah.
Okay, so
100%.
Josh is fighting coming up.
Instagram official, baby.
And I'm just waiting for like the drama to come out, like for someone to roast you for like doing cringy shit or like doing stuff with your wife. And it's like, it's like you can't even hate on something because it's like,
But what's crazy is like if someone like you do realize like I posted the content.
yeah, like you don't care.
I know what I'm posting out
Yeah.
there. Like you think like I even sometimes like, wow, that was cringy, but I don't care. I don't care.
No.
I don't care what people say.
Or like, I know there's a lot of guys who would never, like some of our TikToks where you dress up in a dress. And like, I know there's guys who'd be like, I'm never doing that. Or I'm never doing, cause like they don't want to like do that.
I don't.
Cause they don't want to be made fun of. But like, you're very comfortable in the fact that like,
if you got high school Josh, like I probably would be like, oh no, like I don't want to be made fun of. But
Yeah.
like I'm so like open and just like
don't care.
I embrace like if people make fun of me or whatever, like especially doing social media, it's like
You
it's
have to
coming
be,
regardless.
you have to
Like,
be able to like joke with
you
yourself
could be so
though, too.
cool, you're gonna get made fun of.
Yeah, you have to be able to like accept it and just be like, oh, I don't really
100%.
care. Like, and kind of like joke on yourself and just be like, yeah, it's funny, it's silly, like whatever.
Yeah. So
But yeah,
Yeah.
we can be cringy
We are
sometimes.
cringy, like-
we're even cringier
so it's not even a hate
when we're
comment,
like
'cause, you're
alone
right.
and nothing's being recorded. Like we're even sometimes we'll look at each other
yeah.
and be like, ew, what the fuck? We'll be like, ew, why are we so weird?
We literally started the intro of this podcast like testing the mics and we're like anyways, but the comment was, you're so cringy, like how could anyone watch this? And I think, to be honest, like people like that genuine, like they see, like they know how
Yeah.
they are with their significant other and they can
Yeah.
relate, or they're like, maybe they look at it as something like, oh, like I hope I can be like that comfy with someone one
Yeah.
day. I think that's why someone would watch like cringiness.
And I think someone who doesn't understand it might not experience or want that yet, but I think one day they'll get it.
Okay, this one's funny because we both do this, and I've seen comments about myself as well, but this is just the one I found. Katie never lets Josh speak. She's so selfish.
Wait 1 second, can you stop real quick?
Oh, you,
Just kidding.
you should have cut me off. It would have been
That was
better.
I was cutting you off.
Well, first of all, again, you guys are right. No, I'm kidding. Honestly, we do this back and forth. Like I said, I've seen that comment about myself as well, and I think putting ourselves on social media, it's like it's bound to happen that you cut me off.
Of course. And we're like we said this before, we both get so excited and we have something in our head and it's like you want to say it before you forget. And then we cut each other off. And I'm not trying to be rude to Josh.
Did we
And Josh
spill the
knows
tea
that.
on it though?
Go for it.
Only one time in our social media careers and
Careers.
our love life,
I don't know what tea you're spilling. I'm scared.
we've had a not an argument, but we've had a thing about this where it was like, I remember, and because you got to think, when we're filming, it was a house tour, and you were so excited to film it,
yeah.
and you kept cutting me off. And I remember telling you after the video, it got posted, and then you read a couple of the comments. You're like, oh, like what?
I was like, I
was so
wasn't
excited to film that. Like, I hate this video now, blah blah blah. And I'm like, and then I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, like I kind of felt that way, but like it wasn't a big deal. And you're
And I
like,
was like, why do you
didn't
say
tell me,
something?
like, well, blah blah blah. And I was like, no, yeah, you're right, I should have, but like at the time I didn't want to like kill the vibe. Like, you
No,
know,
I
like
get it.
doing social media, it's like you got to be a vibe. Like, I don't want to be like, yo, hold on, like, you're doing this wrong. Like,
Well, no.
it ruins the vibe. And she was so excited to talk about it, which is fine. Like, she loves more like house decor and stuff. Like,
And
anyways,
I bought a lot of
And
like
she
the different
bought-
plants and
yeah.
decor. So I was so excited to show it. And I wasn't trying to be disrespectful to Josh. And like, I want him to have his moment and show it. I just like wasn't even thinking because I got so excited. And I feel like the thing is Josh and I never get mad at each other for that because we understand each other. Like,
no, I didn't care, but
You know?
it was like, yeah, like watching the video back, like we
I was
both even said like, oh yeah, you cut me off a little bit, but like who cares?
well,
Like,
what's
I don't
funny
care.
is I've seen a couple comments on the podcast channel and they're not hate, but it's like Katie keeps cutting off Josh. And then I see the same one right under Josh keeps cutting off Katie. Josh
It's
keeps
like
cutting
they
off
keep
Katie.
talking over each other. It's like that's what we do.
Yeah.
All right, we're here for it. And
We try not
hope
to,
you guys
though.
embrace it.
Because I do like if you're trying to say something, you get to finish it. But I don't know.
All right, this one's pretty funny. This whole couple on YouTube stuff seems like you're rubbing it in our face.
Yikes.
We are a literal couple channel. Like,
Yeah.
that's what you're watching. That's what you're subscribed to.
That's
That would be like listening to Couple Tea podcast makes me feel like you guys are rubbing it in my face that you're married. Like, this is a couple podcast.
Okay, well, what I would have to say to that is
We love you.
we love
You
you.
need a hug. And
just know that
listen to our last podcast because
maybe
you can learn
be
to
happy
being
while being single. Because I mean, there is I would even take offense to that because I'm like, that's just the way they perceive
Yeah.
it, which there's nothing we can change on that.
Look, yeah, like I said, we're just like doing us, having fun,
Yeah.
and loving life.
That's like us, like, well, there is actually a comment in there that I wanted to talk about, but you'll get there.
I could literally be like, oh, like, were you happy one day being single? Like, oh, well, you're rubbing in my face because I'm married and you're single.
and
like,
now you can
you're
do whatever
happy
you
and
want. You can do
whatever you want.
this. And
Like, that is such a negative outlook on life. But honestly, a lot of times, some comments you could tell if it's from maybe a younger person or something, and like
well, one by the spelling.
one by the spelling,
Two, the
two by
way
like the
that-
way it doesn't make sense at all.
Or like they'll have certain like little attitude in it, and you're like, well, damn.
I feel like I could like hear it coming from like a little like middle schooler, like.
Just the way it's written
Yeah.
out. Like there's some of them that we've written down that we'll show you guys.
But
and
you
can
never
tell.
know what she or he was going through
Yeah.
when they wrote that comment. Maybe they had just gone through a breakup.
Yeah.
And
Which doesn't make it okay to comment, but I mean, we're not going to get worked up over
just
something
looking at the
like
bright
that.
side out here.
Yeah.
Okay. Stop posting about JD Fit. All you guys care about is taking people's money. First of all,
Oh, they caught on.
Let's
They
start.
caught on.
Yeah, I mean they're onto us,
They know.
I'm surprised it took you guys this long to catch on to us. Jeez. But let's just like break down this like sentence by sentence.
Okay.
Stop posting about JD Fit. Stop posting about your own company that you worked on for hours.
I know.
Hours for
Invested
midnights, days,
so much money
weeks, months
that we didn't
spent
really
money,
have.
lost money, failed,
Cried over.
cried
Cried again.
grinded, worked all night.
Worked till 3 a.m.
Stop posting about that.
Stop-
Is step number one to
Okay,
the
got
comment,
it.
which is like, of course, how dare we post about something that we worked so hard on?
Mhm.
Terrible of us. Okay, we're gonna break it down together too, but all you guys care about is taking people's money. Well, we're not taking anybody's money.
They're right.
buying a product.
We should.
Babe.
What?
Come back to me. No.
Okay.
Don't.
Okay.
They're wrong.
No, they're right. We should give away.
If they're
We
only
should-
listening to this on like a podcast or something, they might be like, wait, are they being for real? Guys, we're kidding.
We should just give it all away for free.
We
We
should.
should lose money.
No, because it's not even giving it away for free. We should pay for it to give it away. That would make the most sense, right?
Yeah, totally.
And then
I'm just kidding. Okay,
Okay.
but let's be for real. Here, this comment is really funny because I've actually seen this a couple different times. Anytime like I'll post about JD Fit, people sometimes get really irritated as if like I'm trying to like push or like show it. But the thing is like I'm genuinely excited because what people don't know is like when we have a collection,
I
it's
don't
like
know the hours that
we work
went
for
into
months
that.
and months, and like we have so many meetings about it, and I'm so excited to see a vision
Crazy.
come to life. And then like every time I sample something, I'm like, oh my gosh, like so many girls are gonna get to wear this, and like they're gonna love it, and I just get so excited and passionate about that. And it's like why would I not post that? Why would I not share something I'm so proud of? And I think what people don't see is like what happened before, things we don't even show, like
There's so many behind the scenes of us putting racks together in her parents' like
Oh, yeah.
spare bedroom to like set up shop.
We had
Us
two
taking up
FedEx.
the entire garage, her parents' 3-car garage with
Two
boxes.
FedEx trucks came with boxes.
But that's fine
of water
because
jugs.
I would never expect someone to just assume any
No,
of
no,
that. But for me, it's like, anyways, regardless of all of that,
We're
if
not
you
taking your
have a
money.
business and you're selling a product, you're not taking people's money.
You
You're
have to
selling
pay.
a product. Like, they know what they're buying.
Yeah.
When you buy a sports bra on JD Fit website, you see the pictures, you see the product description, you know what you're buying, and it's typically way less than any other athleisure company on the planet.
That's what's crazy is because I've even seen
Like,
comments that are like, they're like, this is so expensive. Like, they
But
just want to take money.
it's
And I'm
as
like,
cheap as we can get it.
the whole reason we started JD Fit was literally to help people not spend as much money on like companies like Aloe Yoga, or Lululemon, or like those big brands that are
when
really
that's
expensive.
$100 sports bras out here.
And I was like, our price point is at like $38 compared to like 58 or 60, or some of them are like
78
100.
sometimes.
And it's so crazy because I'm like, I did that because I loved Lululemon and I loved big companies like that.
That she
But
did.
I just didn't think it was worth the price. Like, and I was like, after a while, I was like, I'd rather create my own thing and be able to give girls who can't afford something like that to be able to wear like luxury items that aren't at that price.
And like, not to mention like first of all, I said obviously we're not taking people's money, they're buying a product. But second of all, it's like why no one ever says this about like big companies, like
No.
you know, like this is a weird thing, kind of off topic a little bit, but like it's crazy to me how willing people are to support a Lululemon, a Nike,
Oh, yeah.
an Adidas, but someone they follow, love, and watch their videos, every video they post, now they're claiming that like all we care about is money because we started a company that we're very passionate about, something we do and love to do, that they wouldn't want to support it. And
I know why.
Let me remind you, like I'm talking about like 1 out of a million people. Like
I know
that's
why.
what this podcast
It's because
is about.
it's a direct face that they can be mad at. They don't even know who the owner of Lululemon
You don't know
is.
who
They
to
don't
be
know who
mad
the
at for
owner of Nike
Like,
or
you wouldn't even know.
so that's the thing is I think people just like associate it with us rather than like the big company.
Totally.
And I don't know. I just think people don't understand that it costs a lot of money to, one, get the product. You
To
have to pay
have
for shipping.
employees, to
You have
have
to
an
pay for an
office.
office. You have employees. There's so many different fees, legal fees. There's so much that you have to pay for
There is a lot.
that they don't understand.
Electricity, Wi-Fi
And-
alone. I mean, there's so many things.
And
you gotta
that's
pay
not
for.
complaining. I just think people don't understand.
No, it's like running. No, I feel like nothing we're ever doing, even about this podcast, it's about hate comments, and we're not even complaining. Like I embrace the hate comments,
Yeah.
but everything you do, like a business costs money.
Yeah.
Like even to run JD Vlogs,
The risk-
our YouTube channel costs money. To run this costs money. We're paying a guy to break down our podcast into short form content, so you guys can see what we're talking about and see if you want to listen to the podcast. You don't have to waste an hour. If you see what you like and you like it, then you can come listen to the podcast. Where even that costs money. We're not even making money on the podcast.
No, we literally are like negative a couple $1,000s already.
Yeah, like all this equipment costs so much money, but we know what we enjoy doing and we want to do it. And even with the fitness, like we know how many people it's inspired. Just even seeing, we saw one person the other day post how much weight they lost, and I'm like, even that alone,
It was so cool.
is worth it. And forget all the hate comments.
Yeah,
Let's move on.
exactly.
Let's move on. That one's dumb.
Irrelevant.
Irrelevant. Okay, this one is getting a little more serious. I almost want to like skip it for now and come back to it.
No, let's get serious. Let's get serious.
I don't know how I feel about this one. I don't
Okay,
know
okay.
why. All right.
Oh, wait.
This
I'm
is
scared.
this is sick, period. Making jokes about pregnancy and pranking your husband, period. Some people can't even have kids. Okay, first of all, what?
Yeah.
What? Like, okay,
This is something.
100%. Like, and this can be a touchy subject to talk about.
Oh,
100%.
100%. And first of all, if there is anyone listening who like is struggling or has gone through miscarriages or anything with pregnancy, because I know there's a lot that can be obviously like all that's great, but then there's that side of it where there's a lot of sadness to it. And I just feel like me and Josh would never, ever want to make fun of someone,
It's
want to
not-
hurt
yeah,
them, bring
come
harm
on.
from. And I feel like people know that. People know that's not our heart. That's not our intention ever.
Yeah, and
like,
again, these are like 1 in a million comments. Like,
Yeah.
I do want to say that, but it's not like you did like a miscarriage prank. Like that
I
is
would
like
never-
very real. That is
I would
very
never make fun
messed
of
up.
something so sad and so awful
And
like that.
also, doing a prank is not making fun of. Like, you
No.
literally pranked me saying you were pregnant, like, to see how I would react. Like,
And mind
like,
you, I did that. I did that in a situation to where it would be like, he almost like not wouldn't believe it, but it's like, it wasn't really a possibility. It's not like we were like, you know, being a little less protective or like he wanted that right away or like, it wasn't like that. And I knew how my husband would react.
well, honestly, people have pregnancy scares that are just dating or
Yeah.
whatever all the time. So like, is that wrong to have that? And also, it's like, that comment just seems so crazy to even say, because that's like me going to that person and be like, oh, can you walk? Or do you take an Instagram story of you walking? You know, there's people that are paralyzed out there that
Yeah.
can't walk ever
And-
again. Like,
and mind
that's
you-
like literally almost what that comment says. Like, that's like
I-
saying we're not allowed to, are we even allowed to have a kid?
Yeah.
Because when we have a kid, we're going to post it on YouTube.
And then it's like rubbing in people's
If
face.
God
or-
willing, we can. I
Yeah.
mean,
We
and
don't
we're
have
gonna,
we don't have a kid. We don't even know. So like,
yeah,
that's
you
when
never
people
know.
say
Hey,
things.
Topper, our son, our
Oh,
dog.
we have a family.
Come on, put some respect
But
on
here's the
his name.
thing is, I know that people are saying those comments, really, a lot of them are just coming from a lot of sadness or like things that are going on in their life.
Yep.
So I don't even want to like shed hate back at them.
No, it's not. We're not hating, but I just
want you guys to know
like,
our intent is never to hurt. And I'm sorry if we've ever offended anyone. And I am
100%.
sorry if we've ever done anything that has triggered or upset you, but that's never been our intention. I think we've been very aware about what we've done.
And to be honest, I mean, at the time we post videos on YouTube every single day. Like,
Yeah.
someone is gonna get offended by a video, a title, a thumbnail,
Instagram
maybe something we
story.
said, they take it the wrong way, or maybe it came off offensive.
Yeah.
I mean, we are putting ourselves out there on social media, especially with this podcast. This was like my main concern of starting a podcast. I'm like,
There's
yo,
so much
we're like
room for,
sitting
like-
down unedited talking for an hour. Like, there's so much room for someone to take something we say the wrong
And run
way
with it.
and run with it.
Like they could even take this question
Of
and just run with it. But I feel like if you know someone's true heart and their like intentions, I would never ever do that to
No,
someone.
and that's what means the most to me. And that's why I think we stay so grounded with hate comments in general, because we know how
Our
we know what
intention.
people our intention, and we know what people think about us that truly care about us and
Yeah.
that truly know us, like
Yeah.
that know us on more than a YouTube level. Like, they hang out with us all the time. Like, those people say we're genuine, we're selfless, like
Yeah.
all of the above, you know, not to hype ourselves up, but like, that's all I care about. If one of those people in our circles came to me and they're like, hey Josh, like, that was messed up, don't do
Oh,
that.
yeah, one of
like,
our,
what
like,
you
friends,
posted
like-
on YouTube, like, that came off the wrong way, like, blah blah blah, like, I would take that down. If one of my people or your people or our people in our inner circle came to us and said that, 100%, like, I'm
Yeah.
like, bro, it must be really bad, like, it's going down,
Yeah. Yeah.
or we're not gonna say that ever again. Like,
And I feel like we would 100% apologize if we ever thought we did something like that.
yeah, no doubt. And again, I'm gonna say this a million times, but these are like 1 in a million comments. But
But sometimes with those videos, I know it gets a little bit more.
yeah, because those videos tend to do well too, because people want to watch them. I mean, people love
And also-
families, like, they love all that stuff, and
If you are hating,
they want us to have a kid. People have been wanting us to have a kid since we freaking met each other.
yeah. And if you are hating on those, or if those do upset you, like my big advice too would be like, help yourself out and don't watch those types of video on YouTube, because if they do trigger you, they do make you sad. Like,
Dude, stuff that triggers me, I'm not gonna go watch a
yeah.
20-minute YouTube video.
There's some
on it.
things that
I'm
would
just
make
gonna,
me
like,
so
stay away
upset.
from it.
Yeah.
You know?
Sorry, I feel like I was cutting you off. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to get hate. I'm just kidding.
I don't even know. We're just kind of spitballing back and forth. I don't ever care if you cut me off. Okay. Anyways, moving on. But I just feel like that's a sensitive topic
Yeah.
for a lot of people, and yeah. So yeah, that's why I didn't want to talk about it. It's not like, I don't know. I just feel like
It just never
the
would want to hurt
podcast,
someone's
like, I don't want to
feelings or,
hurt.
like,
Yeah. It's
But
never
I feel
our
like-
intentions.
I just feel like they know that.
Okay. This one's interesting. Also, I feel like a lot of these could be like sensitive topics.
Well, they're hate comments, so they're things
Yeah.
people can be mad about.
Okay. We all know Josh is controlling and
Oh.
abusive off camera. Oh my God.
Yikes.
Like, that's why I'm like, where did that even come from? Like, where have I given off that vibe? Is it because I fought? Like, I used to be a professional MMA fighter. Like, you're just assuming the
Someone
worst
did
about me?
actually one time, like when we first started dating, someone was like, I was like, oh yeah, he's an MMA fighter. And they're like, aren't you scared he's going to hit you? And I was like, wait, what?
I'm literally.
It was like, he's not a psychopath.
A teddy bear. Like,
I'm like, it's a sport.
I always say it, like, I'm a lover, not a fighter. And like,
Yeah.
I actually mean that. When I fight, it is solely about competition, not about hurting someone. Like, I'm in the hurt business. Like, that's the point of the sport. But
everyone doing that sport signs up. They know that when they sign up.
For me, it's competition. And we're like playing like extreme tag. Like, is what it is.
I actually just watched one of your old fights for the first time, and it was really cute because you like hit the guy, and I think you accidentally hit a low blow, and you walked up and you're like, "Are you okay?" He's like, "I'm good." You're like, "Are you sure? Are you sure?" And like, you were really sweet about it. And then you freaking broke the kid's arm, and you still come back to him. You're still asking him if he's okay after the fight's over. So like, it just shows like how much like you love the sport, but you also like, it's not like you love hurting people. You're not trying to hurt someone.
No, I mean, again, it's a sport, but to call me controlling and abusive, I mean, that's a crazy allegation to just make.
Abusive is crazy.
Yeah.
Because, okay, Josh has literally only ever yelled at me, like, and you were drinking, or like said something like kind of like loud and mean one time.
Yeah, and we were arguing, just to clarify.
Yeah, we were arguing.
If I drink,
and it was
get mean. Like, we drink all the time.
Yeah,
I just want to clarify.
It wasn't like, and it was over like FaceTime too, and like and it was like total random story.
We got to talk about our fights one time, because we have like 4 monumental fights that like could be an hour long each. Like, just because they're so
funny though. They're so dramatic and like.
I'm even interested to talk about it.
Like,
I just think it's fun.
Okay, so anyway.
Getting back to the question, am I controlling?
Very. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, though, Josh is a little bit more like, I feel like you're a little more of the leader sometimes with work.
Totally.
And like social media stuff, but not really, because like I think I lead certain things and you lead other things. Like you're definitely leading.
We run businesses together, so it's like we
split and conquer.
Yeah, divide and conquer things, but like also there needs to be some we do a lot. Like we really do a lot in a day. Like, yesterday, I'm so proud of you. I mean, Katie B, she works so hard and she crushes it. But
shut up, Josh. Josh literally wakes up at like 6 a.m, hops on so many business calls, and then we film everything that needs to be filmed, and then he goes to training for 3 hours, and then he comes home and he works on the secret project even more.
Okay.
And then he reads his business books. No, I know, but then he reads his business books.
We improving. But okay, anyways, back to it. It's like I think I wouldn't say I'm controlling with that, but it's like I like to have a schedule for some of those things, and it's like if we're doing it together, it's like, and our schedules usually align. Or if they don't, we make them. But
not controlling.
I don't think controlling.
Because if I say something, you're like, yeah, let's do it. Or like if you say something, I'm like, yeah, let's do it. I feel like we're both like down for whatever.
I think when someone, especially on this comment, is saying I'm controlling, they mean so like, you can't wear this. You're not allowed to go hang out with your friends. Like, you've gone on many girls' nights, many drinking girls' nights, out to the bar without me with girls.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Like,
you're not
controlling. That is like the furthest from me.
And like, no matter what I wear, like what I say, like I just feel like, I don't know.
But yeah, so I would say that's not me, but sorry you feel that way, whoever said that.
Yeah.
Okay. This one's funny. You just show yourself working out to make other people feel insecure.
Why would someone do that?
What's crazy to me is their first thought in their head, it's almost sad, is like they see someone doing something good to better themselves, and they're instantly I almost feel sorry for this person, because like they're instantly feeling insecure about themselves. Which, like, sure, like I'll see someone's like Instagram story, like they woke up like 4 a.m. I'm like, Jesus, like I need to start being better. But like more so an inspirational way, I'm like, dang, I'm gonna wake up a little early tomorrow. Like, he's getting after it.
That's what like frustrates me.
It's not like a screw you, dude. You post at 4 a.m. to make me feel bad about myself.
If you're following someone and they make you feel bad about themselves,
unfollow
them. 2, take a look at your own heart though, because it's like sometimes I think people posting, like when I post things, I'm like, like I post it so I can inspire other people, even inspire myself. Like I love to see what I did in the day on my Instagram
my bio
stories
on
and stuff.
Instagram, inspiring people to move. Let's
go. There you go. And I just think that like every time I post a story of me working out or doing something, I get excited because I feel like it helps inspire people. Because when I see people working, I'm like, I'm going to go do that. I feel inspired when people eat healthy. I'm like, I need to do that.
But what is social media anyways? Like, okay,
You're
like,
influencing people.
yeah, we're posting, we post what we do, and that's what we do. We work out every day. Like, you post at your job, you post like your favorite food or whatever it may be. It's like, oh, that's what you like to do. This is what we like to do, whatever. So I think those comments are kind of, I almost, like I said, I feel sorry for those people that are posting comments like that, because I want it should be the total other feeling.
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh, oh, they're crushing it. Like, I want to go do that.
Exactly. And that's how I feel when I see other people succeeding. Is
It's outlook
there's
on
actually
life.
another question like that. I want you to read
that.
it. It's the one about the backyard. It reminds me just of this question.
Oh yeah, let me find it. Okay, here it is. Why are you showing your back? Okay, I'm sorry. I got distracted. Clearly, I didn't graduate college. Why are you showing your backyard? Period. We get it. You have money. Stop showing off and making me feel bad. So basically, like the same thing, same vibe.
I got this comment in my DM, and I just thought it was really interesting because, like, I was like,
What?
I literally posted a picture of the video of my backyard, and I said, "So grateful. I love my backyard. It makes me so happy," or something like that. And someone commented that, and I was thinking, I was like, that's so interesting because that's their reflection. Because if I saw someone else, a different influencer, post their house, post whatever they were posting, and let's say it was like a beautiful house, I would honestly look at it and be like, that is so cool. I want to get that one day. Like, what do I need to do that one day? Like that's something I want to have in my future. Right. How do I get there? Rather than being like, oh my gosh, like why are you bragging? And I'm like, I'm not bragging. I'm literally saying I'm grateful. Like, it's okay to show things in your life and be grateful for them. It's okay to have a nice car. It's okay to have a nice
You worked
house.
hard for we worked hard for this shit. Like, if we want to post it, I'm not going to hide it. I'm not going to go post and
say, sucks for you. You don't have a pool. You
yeah, like it's not, like, it's not like, oh, if you don't have a pool, you're a loser.
Or you suck, or life must suck for you. Like, what? Like, I would never post anything.
You're not doing well enough if you don't have this backyard. Like, that's not what the post
literally was. Like, I'm so grateful for my backyard. And I was like, honestly, like, and I commented back to this person, and I sometimes Josh like, why do you even comment back to them? I was like, because I think sometimes it's like maybe they need a little like insight on life. And I was like, well, I'm sorry you feel that way, but honestly, that's your reflection on this. I would look at it and say, that's so cool. One day I would love to have that and work 100%. For it. And it would inspire me. So I'm sorry you're not inspired, but I would take a look at your own heart.
Speaking about inspiring, I'm a little distracted on my phone right now because we have testers in our new fitness app that's coming out soon. And I'm literally just I'm reading their feedback as it comes in on text messages.
They're freaking out.
And I'm geeked. Like, cause like I'm my own biggest critic with everything. And it's like the amount of money we put into this work, time, and effort is like, I look at it and I'm like, it needs to be just a little better. And I'm always like
we keep doing that to each other, but like with the app.
Seeing their like feedback. Comments, I'm like, holy shit! Like they really think this is awesome. Like, I'm stoked. It's gonna inspire a lot of people to move, and
I'm excited for it.
Oh man, I'm so stoked. It gives me goosebumps talking about it.
We are sometimes so critical on ourselves, or like even you, like
it's bad.
Like you'll be so critical on like all your old MMA fights and stuff. You're like, oh well, like this could have been like that. And I watch it, and I'm like, you are so good. Like you are literally such a good fighter. Like it's insane.
You could always be better. That's just my mindset. I don't know why. I don't know what.
Okay, but you are
my brain.
You are a little. You're worse than I am though, because I'm way worse. Sometimes I'm like, you need to realize where you are and not that you're not grateful, but you need to like give yourself a little more credit.
Yeah, no, and we do sit down and do that. But back to the hate. This one's This one's interesting. Move back to Michigan. We hate AZ, and your Michigan friends are more fun.
Okay, our Michigan friends are a lot of fun, but we have a lot of great friends in Arizona too.
That goes back.
That was an old comment though.
That's an older comment. That goes back to what I was saying though about being like the most comfortable around people. Like that goes with filming too. Like around like in Michigan, like our friends, like we've been friends with for so many years. It's like I've cried in front of them. Like
you've gone through breakups,
you've gone through everything in front of each other. It's like I don't feel uncomfortable bringing out the vlog camera or having them on camera or something. Like out in Arizona, like making new friends and stuff. It's like, it's not that I feel uncomfortable, but it's like, it's just not what we're doing. You know, we're just meeting someone for the first time. I'm not going to throw them on camera or anything.
I haven't seen that comment though in a long time.
That is an older comment because I do think like when we first moved here, like we had one group of friends or like one couple of friends, and
it kind of made it hard for us to make other friends though.
Yeah, we weren't really. Yeah, we were just kind of comfy and
Not blaming anyone or anything.
No,
I just
a
think
lot
it
of
was like comfy. You just hang out with.
it was just easy to do what we were doing, and I think a lot of people were reflecting that in the comments, and they're
Yeah.
like, "Yo, like Michigan, like it was so much more fun, like your family,
because
your
we were
friends."
like crazy, when I've seen fan edits of all of our Michigan friends, and I'm
It's
like,
so cute.
they're so
I love
funny
it.
because like you, especially you and like your guy friends are wild, and then me and the girls are pretty wild too now. Like,
Yeah, you guys are crazy. It's not always on social media though, that's for sure. But yeah, I always thought that was a funny one, which I do understand because
yeah, we love going to
I
like
want our family and friends to move here like so bad because I'm sorry, like I can't do cold weather. Like I
can't
don't
do
think
Michigan.
Michigan sucks. It's for some people, but like I don't like winter or clouds.
it's-
Like I don't like being in
it's not for us.
winter gloom. It's like literally winter depression. Like it's a thing.
If you've never lived in a cold, like cloudy state, it's really hard.
Yeah, I don't even think it's as much. I definitely don't like being cold, but I think it's more so like 8 months of the year in
No
Michigan
sun.
is just like cloudy.
Yeah.
It's like the third cloudiest state
And
in the country.
we love being outdoors. We
Random
love being
facts.
active. We love being warm. And like, I just feel like we love Arizona.
Like it's 120 in the summer here, and like me and Katie are running 3 miles outside.
We like it.
We enjoy
and it's
that.
a
We're
ghost town.
Yeah, no one's outside. It's hot.
And then there's us. We're weird.
Okay, this one is just a quick one to throw in. So we started posting shorts on YouTube, or short form content in general just gets hate because like random people are just tuning in and they tend to get like more views of like people that maybe don't know us. So someone said on like Katie was showing me how to use toilet paper in the bathroom, and they said, "I hate you because you waste toilet paper."
Yikes.
Like what? I hate you because you waste toilet paper.
I know people always get like very like a little
we
mad about
wasted
wasting
like
stuff.
4 squares, you know, like it's gonna be
What's
okay.
crazy is like I could make that up, and I feel like everyone probably wastes or takes a little bit too much toilet paper than use. Like it's not that deep. Like
Yeah.
obviously we don't want to be wasteful because we know like that's just not good. And I feel like we never waste anything.
No,
But like
we don't.
everyone has wasted something in their life. Come on, let's be realistic. You don't think you've taken a little too much toilet paper one time in your life? Like you haven't been a little crazy, you know, in the bathroom
You
and
never got a little wild.
a little extra toilet paper.
Okay, back to
A normal hate comment.
yeah, but that one was just to throw in there. I thought it was funny. Ooh, this one's kind of mean. I don't even want to read it, but again, anyone that's to me or to Katie like goes both ways. I've seen people comment this both ways.
Oh God, is it mean about me? It's mean about me.
Josh could do so much better than Katie. I that blows my mind that someone could even say that. I'm like, so much better. First of all, I don't
agree.
think anyone's better out
I'm just
there.
kidding.
Second of all, like Katie is an amazing girl. She's beautiful. Like where could I do better? Like you're beautiful, you're confident, you're sexy, you're fun, you're goofy, you're silly, you're hardworking, you're successful. Like what the fuck are they even? You work out. We have the same habits. We have the same hobbies. Like where could I do better? Like
It's
maybe.
funny.
Dude, her poops don't even stink. I swear to God, like, what? Where could I do better? I did think of something.
No, don't ruin me. Don't expose me.
Well, yesterday's
It's not
dinner
anymore.
was fire, but I was gonna say cooking.
I was gonna say I've been cooking a lot recently.
It's more so not that you can't cook. It's like
I don't cook as much.
yeah, if you cook, which you've been doing way better at. So I can't really even
but
say that
you
anymore.
can't even say it's my fault. It's your fault that I don't cook because you always want to go out to eat. It's your fault.
True, because like in the heat of the moment,
It's just
getting
quick
Chipotle sounds way better than doing dishes after you cook.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
what I have found is
that is really
your cooking is fire.
yeah, my cooking is really good, and I honestly think it could be even better if I put more time into it. But I just like I don't know if there's any girls out there that relate, but it's just like all right.
It's a lot of work.
It's the last thing I feel like doing when I got home from the gym and like we've had a long day and it's like cook, then clean up, and then it's like I don't have much time left in the day.
But you do sprinkle a little love into that food.
I
So
do.
whoever wrote that comment, you're absolutely psycho. I don't even think we need to go into any more detail on it.
I used to think though, I was like, how did I get?
And
so
you're not
lucky?
doing
Like,
better.
Josh
Yeah.
is-
Yeah.
What?
This is as good as it gets.
No,
so-
I know that.
I'm just kidding. I'm playing.
Bullshit.
No, that's not me. I'm just joking, guys. Okay, this one's wild.
See, I told
These
you he
are
was
all wild.
controlling. No, I'm just kidding.
It's so sad to see influencers get dogs for clout. Pathetic.
We should get Topper in this shot though, so
I
that way they can
know.
get more views.
Honestly,
it doesn't work like that.
I thought about having Topper on the podcast, and I realized that he can't freaking talk.
He could sit on my lap and they could watch him. Okay, this is so funny to me though, because it's like, how much clout is a dog really gonna bring a
Like
YouTuber?
you might do
like one
good
video,
YouTube video
and
or something.
it doesn't even do like that amazing. Like it honestly, when we got Topper, I think it did just as good as all of our other videos around that time.
You know what is wild that I do have to say? I think people really think like that one YouTube video getting a dog, like that they're commenting that comment on. I think like, do you guys think we made millions of dollars from that one video or got millions of subscribers from getting a dog?
Topper
It
cost
did
more.
none of that.
He costs more
None
than
of
what
that.
we made from the video.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't even make
crazy
sense.
is how much like the vets and everything. And yeah, let me just go get a dog and let me wake up 3 times in the middle of the night, clean out his shit out of the
Train
cage,
him.
give him baths, literally train him and put so much time into something just for
Clout.
clout.
I hate the word clout.
I
Ugh.
know. But like, I think most people like realize that like a dog is so much work. But I will say,
No, and
I do think
not a
there
lot of
has
people said
been
this,
a couple influencers, not necessarily for clout, but maybe they get dogs and then they don't even like take care of them, or like
think-
they have assistants watch them. And those are like way big YouTubers.
Yeah,
and
I
stuff.
could see like how they're like, oh, like following like the trend, like, oh, like everybody got dogs, like let's get dogs. But not even like
It was COVID.
that's
Also,
another
that was
thing,
kind of like a
that inspires people too. It's like maybe so and so got a dog, and then this person was like, yo, like having a dog looks fucking awesome. I want
Yeah.
one, and then they get a dog. Like that's the whole point of being an influencer. Like you're influencing people.
yeah.
But
And Topper's been
where I
like
was
my
going with
dream
this-
dog for like literally since
dude,
I
her
was in like
Pinterest
ninth
board
grade.
was just all golden doodles.
I love Topper. Like
And
Topper
he
brings
is so fun.
We
Oh
are
my
so obsessed
gosh.
with him. Like we're gonna be like the most cringy parents because
We're
we are
gonna be
so
so annoying.
obsessed with our dog.
We are parents already. All right.
No, I know we call him son. Like we're weird.
That's our son.
Like I'll literally joke and I'll be like, I carried you for 9 months in my stomach and I gave birth to you. And like obviously I don't actually think that. I'm not psycho. But like I joke because I'm like, I love him so much.
But
Like,
honestly, it just blows my mind. Like, who would do that for a couple views or a couple more subscribers? Like,
someone who doesn't understand how much work a dog is.
yeah, or not even work, but it's like not like
someone
who
would
would do that?
comment.
Like, you'd have to go so far out of your way to do that. Like,
No, but what I'm saying is like someone would comment that.
dude, we have so
Doesn't
many
understand.
more to touch on, and I feel like I usually turn a
Get to it.
timer on my phone to see how long we've been going.
You
'cause I'm like,
didn't?
no, I forgot.
Oh
But I
my
did do a
gosh.
phone call right before it. But okay, you guys are the most LA people on the planet. This was said from another influencer. We kind of talked about this and in a
Like
different
we're-
podcast, I think.
I honestly feel like we're very Midwest, if I'm being honest. Like I really feel like we are true Michiganders, Midwest. Like,
Give me your best LA impression right now.
hey guys, welcome back to my podcast. Today we are going to be talking about my nose job that I got and why I got it. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I don't even know how to be in LA, and I'm not even making
KDB
fun of like
did get a nose job, so
I did. So I'm super LA, and I just love attention.
yeah,
love
I
it.
don't even know what like LA people.
I don't
do,
really
so
know. I don't
even
like
know.
I don't even want that to be taken in the wrong way. I'm just joking. Like I literally have no like to me like being LA is like that term
like
not
fake, I feel like.
superficial.
I would
like
say
superficial.
superficial, fake, like social climber.
I
is
feel
the
like
vibe I get
we
from it.
are very Midwest with a touch of like Western LA West Coast style. Like I
Okay.
feel like we don't dress like 100% like we're from the Midwest.
You'd like to think you have style, is what you're
I
saying.
like to think like because I think a lot of people sometimes from the Midwest just wear like, and I even used to just I'd literally
it's
wear like
cold.
black cardigan. It's like you
It's
have to have a
cold.
different style because it's so cold there. Like it's like we have a little bit. I feel like I'm a little better now that I'm older with like trends and stuff.
Okay, all you do is clickbait your subscribers, which honestly, no, we don't.
I don't think we've ever like
Like
titled
if
something
you see
that's
the
not.
title and the picture, it's dead ass like what the video is about. Like every time, damn near spot on.
Now, do we want to figure out the best title to get people to click on the video? 100%. Why would you work so hard and not want more people to see it?
Yeah, and pay to
But
have an
clickbait-
editor edit a video and then no one sees it.
And then lose money on the video.
That would just make no sense.
Yeah.
Why would you do that? Like I'm not gonna title it "Don't watch this. This video sucks." and put
Honestly,
that would probably be good.
that might do good. Maybe we should do that.
Our next YouTube video.
Don't watch this. We suck. We're trash.
Okay.
Josh's new thing when he reads.
Did I do that a lot today? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you seriously charge people for extra content on VIP. You guys are pathetic. To give you a quick background,
Yeah.
VIP is something we created when we got banned from YouTube for a couple of weeks because of something stupid. And we created it to give our supporters, like a way to watch our content still. And
Yeah.
then we started to continue it because we're like, this is so cool. We're getting to meet people like one-on-one, or we're doing live streams with less people. Like it was becoming more personal.
And we were putting a lot of work into it. And we charged people for it. What was it? It's $9.99
a month. And we post on it 4 videos, exclusive pictures. We go live every week. We pick Google Meet winners every week. We'll like do Google Meets with people. We do giveaways on it. We do a lot for it.
We put a lot of work.
People to edit the videos and to make the whole website.
And to help with customer service and help with all of that. It's like we put so much time and effort into that. And it's like, I don't think there's anything wrong with charging, because it's like, it's a business. We're not charging an absurd amount of money to make money. It's like, it costs a lot of money to run these things, to build websites, to build what we're trying to build for it. And you know,
what's so cool to me is we get a lot of comments like that because I think someone just
doesn't get
maybe feels left out.
Yeah.
But it's not supposed to be left out. It's just like, we're doing that. We're not going to do that on YouTube and stuff because there's no way we could talk to like 3 million people. Like that would just, it'd be impossible.
And like, this is something that I think people don't understand is like, we were younger and didn't have money, and there was a lot of things I couldn't buy. There was a lot of like, so many YouTubers had like all these different like platforms that I couldn't subscribe to, but I was like fans of them and I wanted to, but like my mom would never give me money. She didn't even buy me clothes in high school. Like I had to buy my own everything. So like, I think people forget that like, we understand where certain people come from.
Yeah, and I'm not making someone buy it. You don't have to buy it. It's a choice. If you want it, go crazy.
And like, I think the thing that gets a little frustrating for us, it's like we put out so much content that doesn't
free content.
It's free for people. Like it doesn't cost them any money, and we put so much, and we put way more time into that. Like into free, more. And it's just like, I think we go above and beyond with the content we post. So I would never feel bad for doing what we do. And honestly, like, I just think it is such a fun community. And like, if anyone can afford it, like $9.99 a month, like we really do love doing the VIP as well. It's just like a different experience for us and a different experience for you guys. And I just think it's like really fun on there.
Yep. And, there is news coming out. We are revamping that entire process. I think we might be like the first influencers to make like a community app. Like we're making an app for our supporters, subscribers, listeners, whoever you may be. And the app is going to be free, guys. So it's going to be insane.
The app costs a lot of money to make.
Apps are not cheap to make. And that's not the secret project. This is something we're doing.
It's just another project.
We got lots of projects.
We just love, I don't know, we love like creating like this whole community, the JT family,
it's
bigger and better
community.
Always.
Like people, I think a lot of people look at influencers and they're like, oh, like they just try to push product or they just post a video to get views or whatever. It's like, nah, like you guys are our people.
We're like, called JD fam. Like you guys are our family.
Like it's our family. Like we've cried together. We've grown together. We've struggled together. We've so many different things in our life. We've celebrated together. We've gotten married. Like you guys have seen it all. Like we post everything on social media. That's why, which brings me to the next one, saying you're fake. I feel like we already touched on that, so we're just gonna skip it. That's stupid. Like I don't think you can be fake with how much we post on social media. Like I don't even think it'd be possible.
The only thing fake about me is my nose.
Yes, hey, she did have a nose job, so
yeah, I guess I'm fake.
You're fake as hell.
But okay, I actually want to talk about that real quick because me and my friend Mercedes were talking about this the other day. It was like to me, like it was a long process of like wanting to get my nose. Well, I wanted to get my nose done since I was like 8 years old, and I broke it like literally 4 times at that point. I think 5 times total. But for me, I always had like this bump in my nose and I didn't like it. And I know some people and I'm like, I love their bump. Like it looks so cute on them. So it's no like, oh, I don't like a bump in your nose or this or that. And I struggled with wanting to get a nose job for so long. And it just kind of got to a point where I was like, I prayed about it. I tried to work through it and it just kept coming up in my life. And I kept posting on social media and stuff. And I'm like, people would take videos. I'd feel insecure. So I ended up getting it done, whatever. But the main thing for me is I never wanted like even Josh to think like I was just one of those people who cared so much what other people thought about me, or like I really just
it was kind of wanted to look on you. Like you really just wanted it.
I wanted it for me
9,
because
like 9 years old.
I felt like I was a very confident person. It made me feel very insecure and I hated that feeling. And I was like, if I can do something to change it, because clearly I can't get past this. I'm going to do it. But I didn't want him to think like there's other things that aren't society standards. Like, okay, yeah, maybe it's society standard to not have a bump or be a perfect slim nose, like whatever. I didn't care about that. And I still don't. I think people with bumps in their nose look beautiful. Like I think literally they look amazing. For me, I did it for myself. And the thing is like don't have big boobs. And okay, so many guys could make fun of me and be like, oh, she's so flat chested, she has no boobs.
And they
Go
have.
for it. But and they have. But I genuinely don't care because I love them. And I was like, Josh loves them. Like, I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. I don't have big lips. I don't want lip fillers. And I don't care if people get lip fillers. I don't care if they don't. I love that about me. And so like to me, I never wanted to be that person who just like went with what everyone said is supposed to look like the certain way. Right. And with me getting the nose job, I was scared that people were going to be like, oh, she cares so much what people think about her. Oh, like this and that. And I just feel like that was something that I learned. I was like, it's not like that. Like I genuinely just want to do this for me. And I just kind of want to share that with you guys just because I thought.
No, I love that. And I mean, obviously you didn't care what people thought about you because when you're getting made fun of in high school in front of your whole cafeteria for your YouTube videos, I think you would have stopped if you cared what people thought about you. So
exactly. Never care what people think about you because it doesn't matter.
Okay. You changed because you got a supercar.
Oh, we kind of talked about
this. We've kind of touched on this a little bit. Yeah, I don't even know what to say.
How good? Yeah, we've already kind of talked about this in the podcast.
It's literally a car, people like it.
And you treat it like a car, like you really do not care.
Yeah, that's not like my baby or anything. It's
What's
in the
crazy?
Garage dusty. I think it's had one car wash ever in its life.
You know how many supercars you've bought on our secret project? That's not a secret anymore. Like the fitness app.
Right. Yeah.
Like we talk about that. Like fuck, that's like 2 supercars. Or more.
The app was very
like 5 supercars.
Like
like but that's what people don't understand is like you put more money into passion and building something for other people that rather than even just like for your own fun and success and you know.
Yeah.
But like also I think if someone works hard, I think it's totally okay to like treat yourself always.
Yeah, and again, we talked about that in another podcast. So if you haven't heard that conversation,
check it out.
You need to go listen to all the podcasts. Okay. Someone said you guys only want to have a kid now for views. And
oh my gosh,
because we have been talking in more videos on YouTube about having a kid,
about
and
being
like,
closer to that like stage of like
getting closer to that, because like before it was very prominent and obvious that like we would say in our videos like, oh, we're not ready for a kid, like we don't want to have a kid, like we would joke 10 years 5 years whatever. In reality, obviously we've only been married for not even 2 years yet, so
yeah.
But yeah, we kind of also discussed this in a different podcast where like some things in our life changed that like made us kind of look at it differently and view life even like a little differently. And
but dude, come on,
we're just like we have baby fever. It's there, guys. Like, and I'm not gonna lie for someone out there watching that doesn't want to hear that, or which I think most of you guys want to hear that. You've been wanting it since we started dating. Not even saying it's gonna happen anytime soon, but it's like, man, we watch baby talk like.
Also,
it's everywhere.
Can I just say,
our friends
like,
have a baby, and it's just like we love that kid.
It goes into the point of like having a baby for like clout or something, like basically having a dog for clout. Like a baby is a million times more work than a dog, and you will forever have your baby for the rest of your life if you are lucky.
Yo, what's crazy? There's no telling like that we are even going to be doing YouTube when we have a baby. Like of course, in my head right now, I'm going to say yeah.
Yeah.
And I would assume we would. But
because like we said, we want to be doing
changes.
YouTube.
Like you never know. YouTube could get freaking deleted. Like I would never in my life
do something for
that.
I would never do anything for YouTube. And it's kind of like what we talked about with
the
podcast where we talked about like with YouTuber beef and stuff with that one kid who said that we basically proposed only for YouTube. Yeah. It's like you would not do anything for YouTube because we don't know how long YouTube would even be around. But to have a kid, okay, and honestly, if we were having a kid for views, we probably would have had a kid like way
long ago.
Right away. Like when we were at 1 million subscribers, we'd be like, yo, let's have a kid. We'd grow. Like that would have been like, if you're thinking like that, that would have been a time because like it is.
Do you think people out there have kids for views? Like on YouTube families or whatever?
I don't want to say yes, but like
I would say no. I would say that no. Absolutely insane.
I don't think people do, but I think sometimes it's like they want kids and maybe it pushes them to have kids a little sooner.
Okay.
Or maybe they just I don't know. I would hope to think that no one would do that. I don't think so almost.
I mean, yeah, I can't even wrap my head around that. That would even make sense.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
Because it's so much work and it's for life.
This one's funny. This is actually from a girl in my high school. She DM'd me. This was a long time ago when we posted a video. Had something to do with my ex or whatever. I don't know. And she was like,
"Oh my god, can we just talk? We don't have to like go too into that, but we did a video where like I dressed up like it was a prank, and I thought it was actually really fun, like silly, like prank. Like I didn't think it was like being mean to her or anything. Like I just dressed up on like
you
what
literally said she was pretty
like,
and stuff in the video, like, and you faked a tat on your arm because she has a tat. And
a lot of people from Josh's high school that were like friends with her, or no, it's just like some crazy girl that lived across the street from you or something.
One girl.
She was like trying to like come for us, and like it was just so much like drama with Josh's like high school. It was so funny.
Little back and forth banter.
It was so funny though, because it was like, who cares what this girl thinks? Like she's obviously taking it way out of context.
I don't even think I read the hate comment yet. It said, "You guys will do anything for views. You must be broke." Did I read that? Am I going crazy?
No.
Okay.
You're going crazy.
Which is just funny to me because they're like, they said that and I was like,
it's not the case.
That's not the case. And again, I don't know if you think we're making like $1 million off of one video. Like it's not like that. Like I could have posted anything else and it would have done just as good.
Yeah.
It's just a concept that you thought was funny and I thought it was hilarious.
I thought that was,
we posted it. Like that's what we do. We post funny pranks, challenges, lifestyle content on our YouTube channel. Like if you don't like it, like don't watch it.
And I think the thing is like we always like to think before we post something, like all perspective. Even when I come up with like a video idea or a prank I like an idea to like prank Josh, I'm always like, okay, this can be taken. And I think of like how a negative person, I think how a sad person could perceive it. And I really do take that into context when what we figure out what we're filming. And if like, I don't know, I just feel like we're very cautious about that. And like and then when it gets edited and gets sent back, we watch it again and we make sure, you know? So I feel like we would never post anything to like intentionally try and like hurt someone or.
Yeah, no, I know that's never the goal, but you know, I think when you do this all the time, like something's gonna offend someone.
Of course.
Like you can't, and anything you do in life, like you're not gonna make everybody happy. You might make 10 people happy, and one person's gonna be upset. You know, and that's
just life.
That's just a way to look at it. I mean, obviously, lots of people like the content we post. They find it funny, entertaining, and it helps them with whatever they're dealing with in their life. And those are the people we care about. You know, obviously, we don't care about the hate comments.
Even though we're talking about them, it's kind of more so just like fun to like respond back.
I love it. Like I think it's hilarious.
Don't hate. They're all gonna comment hate. They'll be like, "Oh, you think?"
No,
this is fun?
We're not gonna be doing this again, so don't do it. But do leave a positive comment if you're watching on YouTube, or a positive review if you're listening on an Apple Podcast or Spotify, to help us out and spread some positivity today, even if it's on somebody else's channel or podcast. We'd appreciate that. And yeah, that kind of wraps up today's podcast.
Is there no more?
No, those were the bangers. Yeah.
We have had some over the time, and we couldn't find all of them, but we have had some funny hate comments.
Oh my gosh, yeah, they get wild. But yeah, this is your Cup of Tea podcast. This is episode 5.
We've been having so much fun filming this. Like literally just so much fun. And I really just want to say thank you guys for listening. And I think it's so cool that people can do this on their way to work or while they're doing homework. And I love reading your guys' comments. And
or on a hot girl walk or a hot couple walk or a hot boy walk or at the gym, whatever you're doing, you know, I think podcasts they're fun to listen to. I love listening to podcasts now.
100%.
And yeah, if you guys want to listen to next podcast we're posting, be ready. We're going to be talking about our past.
No, like, are you sure you want to do that?
And not like our past, like, oh, like this and that. It's like our past, like, you know.
What do you mean?
Hookups,
Joshua,
relationships, all that good stuff. Yeah,
honestly,
so it's gonna get juicy.
It's gonna be a lot of Josh talking, a lot of me reacting. So I think it's gonna be really fun. Joshua, you know that's true.
Catherine,
you know that's true.
Don't start.
You know that's true.
It's gonna be a spicy one. I could get into it right now if you want.
Okay, get into it.
And no, we're running out of time. We'll see you guys on the next podcast.
All right, bye guys.
See ya.